or do we believe, immersive experiences are the future, right? These kind of this metaverse idea where people are going to be interacting um, with each other in immersive experiences. Do we believe this is going to happen? Yes or no? Yes. All right. So then, do we believe that personal representation virtually is going to be important? Right. The avatars. Are people going to want a virtual representation? Is it going to be important for people? Yes or no? Yes. So then you go, okay, well, what are the companies that are really positioned well to perform well in this market? There's really just a handful of them, right? So I think if anybody's really thinking of coming into our collection and thinking of themselves as a supporter, as an investor, as a collector, I would really think about it this way: like, okay, what is the long-term value of what they're doing? What are they really chasing, aside from the avatars, aside from the collection and the floor price and blah 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 and the benefits and the airdrops? Like, what's really going on here? And do I believe this is a good store of my value? Right. So when you kind of think of where are you going to store your value? Are you going to store it in ETH? Are you going to store it in a stable coin? Are you going to save it in dollars or gold or whatever? I think a smart bet is to really bet on teams that are going to be part of the future, and that's what we're offering our community, and that's what we're offering people who have an interest in us. So, I think that's kind of like the bottom line, the 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 bare, meat and bones of what we're doing, and the vision and the mission. So, I think
That's spot on. Like at
that's
seven to
the
one
end.
start.
Yeah.
At 7 to 1 started, we talk about the long term. The NFTs of tomorrow. It's not for the right now. It's the things the NFTs that want to be generational. Laura, I know you have a question. Go right ahead.
I wanted to ask for Paulo. He couldn't come up and speak, but he was asking if we know the how the gas is going to be for the from the mint date. I know that that's a tough question since we really don't know what the network and what's going to be happening, but I guess the question should be that if the contract is optimized and if you all have taken that into consideration.
Yeah, for sure. So the contract is an what's it called? An ERC20A optimized contract, like what you guys would be expecting from us. The only thing right here that we're kind of I think we already worked it out, but we had another mint happening, which is Invisible Friends. So we're lining things up to not basically kind of for those things to be happening at the same time. Aside from that, we don't have a lot more control over anything. Basically, just managing a very kind of organized mint. Everything is via whitelist, so there's not going to be any gas wars. Everyone's going to have their spot. They can mint within 24 hours, so you can find a good moment for you to mint. And I think we basically did everything in our power to make this as efficient as possible. Um, so yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think, that was probably expected, but it's good to remind everyone that you're all looking into that. And thank
Yeah,
you
for sure.
for everything that you share. I wanted to say that you could hear the passion when you're speaking about things. So whenever you said you're like, "Oh, was that too much? Did I go too fast?" At least to me, it just relates the excitement that you're having while building this, and how your heart is in it at the end of the day. And that's what we want. This is the opportunity for people to really follow, as cliche as it sounds, like your dreams and what you really want to focus your energy on. Or if you're unhappy with whatever you're doing in your current role and you come into Web3, it's like, hey, find something that sparks that light. And I could hear that through your emotion and your voice. So that's awesome.
Yeah, one final thing that makes us super happy is we actually made these challenges for people to make mini games, and there's some people now saying, "Hey, I'm actually really looking into this as kind of like a future career," and we've actually released a lot of really good data on the job opportunities of the future, and people who actually inside of all sorts of industries, right? Finance, industrial design, marketing, obviously entertainment, that know how to use kind of Unreal Engine and these kind of interactive experiences. And there's people in our community who now have started using the Unreal Engine to be able to use their avatars, and they're like, hey, this is a real career opportunity, and this is something I can learn. Like, people are realizing this is not like space magic. Like, in 3 months I could be making cool shit and people could be hiring me to make stuff, because there's going to be a massive demand for engineers and developers. So that's something also that's very heartwarming and fulfilling and part of our mission. So yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time to talk to our community. We enjoyed you in this space and can't wait for May 20th. Have a good rest of your day.